Mammoth is kind of like that, like Hollywood kind of style. You dream big, you go there. I remember when we first went out there, and just like one day I was riding with Kyle Clancy, and I did a switchback side 180 over like the big jump they had there. You know, it's like a 60-foot jump. We get to the bottom of the lift, and Andrew Crawford rolls up and was like, dude, that was a sick switchback side 180, and like got on the lift. And I was like, oh, cool. And Kyle's like, what? That was Andrew Crawford. He's like, he just did 100-foot switchback side 180 in his video part last year. Why is he telling you yours was cool? I was like, I don't know, dude. I guess I grabbed it. And then at that time, we had like this really cool group of people, but we were all kind of outcasts. You know, a lot of the East Coasters banded together, but there was a lot of like, you know, Mammoth, like local royalty and people who really like just didn't accept us, and they didn't like all these transplants coming from the East Coast and just dominating half pipes and figuring out how to hit jumps, you know. So it really kind of like pulled our whole group together.
We're like kind of just family, really. I mean, it was just, we were always together. Like no matter what, we were always together. You know, holidays, this, that. It was just, so we were always just between traveling in the RV, being stuck in the middle of the country, broke down or something, to, you know, being at maybe one of the coolest parties, to, you know, it was like, you name it, we were there. Like, you know, Thanksgiving dinner down at the Jacksons, we were there, you know, like all sorts of stuff like that.
He's probably one of the most generous people I've met, and like I said, if it's not just generosity, but it's just giving, like, you know, things away. It's just the opportunities that he was able to provide to so many people in so many different ways.
The middle finger attitude, you know, there was something that just everybody saw and needed, you know, making him the right rider at the right time. I mean, here's this 18-year-old kid, this new age Jersey Devil, you know, coming out of nowhere.
I would bounce between Lane's couch and Danny's couch, and I was never really going back to the place I was supposed to be staying in, and that's when they bought the gas station in June Lake, and that's kind of, you know, where Grenade started. You know, I think that was 2000, 2001, and everything kind of happened pretty quickly from there.
Big part of the Grenade movement was really like, it was kind of the area where we united not just like the East Coast riders, but a lot of the West Coast and everyone in between, and it just gave everyone a family to be a part of, no matter where they were from. You know, it was an idea to have our own creative freedom and movement, and not just kind of say yes or no to the big man out there in the corporate world. And it was a way to do it the way we thought it should be done. And that kind of encompassed everything from design to graphics to apparel to then what became the snowboard video series. And Full Metal Edges was born out of that. After like a few years of starting the company, we were supposed to have, I was riding for Mammoth Mountain at the time, and under my contract, I was like guaranteed some park shoot days. And they kind of like pushed this park shoot days into like one day at June. And I decided it would be a really good idea to invite everybody and everyone I knew, to invite everyone they know to go snowboarding for the day. And that was our park shoot, which then became Grenade Games. At that time, we really didn't know how many people were going to show up to June Mountain. So after they let about 120 chairs up the mountain, they turned the lift off, and they said that no one else could get on the mountain. So then everyone just started unloading snowmobiles and giving people like rides up.
You know, we just kind of took over Mammoth. I mean, a lot of the locals were pretty pissed at us. But there was like like Jeffy Anderson loved us. Everyone in Mammoth hated us, and for some reason he's like, you guys are awesome, this is great. And we really made a stamp, I think, within the first year or two.
It's such a small community, you know, so you're really when you're in that community with everyone. So it was the best of times, and got to meet so many cool people. You know, Eddie Wall, all these different individuals who migrated to Mammoth and became part of kind of the grenade family that we had built.
Majority of all those die cut stickers you saw back then, that was like our whole crew doing that, you know, like, and then I guess my next promotion was actually like being like official snowboarder, you know, like I was like, all right, you know, and then that was it. Then I didn't have to do any work anymore. I was like, I made it.
Revenge of the Nerds, but they ended up down in Jersey doing a premiere, and when they came back, they were showing me video footage of it, and yeah, they were just in the basement playing, jamming out in somebody's basement setup, and camera pans around, you see Jerry Only jamming out with them, and just blown away, like just hanging out like he's one of the boys. Always blowing me with like the random shit they were getting into and doing. It's pretty funny.
You wouldn't get Danny Kass by himself. You got Danny Kass with like 10 other people.
Rip Zinger! Here comes Danny. I thought that he was like really quiet guy. Now he's like really loud. Okay, you're in your environment. Okay, let's see what you got.
We were so comfortable where we were in snowboarding at that point, and it needed to get dirty. It needed some dirty jersey, and Danny Kass brought that.
Hey, Sean.
Nice goggles.
Nice goggles.
Nice goggles.
Nice goggles.
Nice goggles.
Nice goggles.
Nice
goggles.
Nice goggles.
Goggles.
Goggles. Nah, nice goggles. Goggles.
Goggles.
Nice goggles. Goggles. Yes!
Goggles.
Nice goggles.
Nice goggles.